Welcome back, fellow coin enthusiasts. Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of silver Kennedy half dollars, with a special focus on the ones that have sold for thousands at auction. Let's dive in. The silver Kennedy half dollar made its debut in 1964, shortly after the heartbreaking assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was issued as a tribute to his leadership and legacy. Initially, the coin was composed of 90% silver, but with rising silver prices, the mint switched to a 40% silver content in 1971. This shift in material lasted until 1974. The 1971 coin, in particular, has garnered attention for its unique features. The change in silver content in 1971 marked a key turning point in the history of U.S. coinage. The 1971 half dollar is noteworthy not just for its composition, but for design variations, including the presence of both a large date and small date version, as well as the mint mark placement. The coin's design was the work of sculptor Gilroy Roberts, who created the iconic obverse image of President Kennedy's profile. On the front, we see Kennedy's likeness facing left, with the inscription Liberty at the top, In God We Trust beneath his portrait, and the mint year placed at the bottom right. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, features the U.S. heraldic eagle, symbolizing the strength and unity of the nation. Around the eagle, you'll find the inscriptions United States of America and E Pluribus Unum, with half dollar inscribed below the bird. A notable variant of the 1971 Kennedy half dollar is the large date version. The main difference here is the noticeably larger size of the numbers compared to the standard version, which is the result of a minting error during production. Collectors can easily distinguish the two by comparing the size of the 7 and 1 in the year. This distinct variation has made the large date a highly sought-after piece in the coin collecting community. The D mint mark on this coin indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the most historically significant mints in the U.S. With over 246 million 1971 half dollars produced, it was one of the highest mintage years in the series. However, not all coins from this year are equal. The large date variety is much rarer, and as a result, it commands a significantly higher value. The price for a 1971 large date coin can vary, depending on its condition. For a coin in fine condition, you could expect it to fetch upwards of $19,000 in today's market. When graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) or Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS), pristine specimens can command even higher prices. Despite the high mintage for the 1971 series, the large date variety remains a standout due to its rarity. The interest in this coin, especially among collectors of Kennedy-era coins and silver items, continues to rise. Over the years, its value has steadily increased, driven by demand from collectors focusing on variations and era coins. The historical significance of the Kennedy half dollar, paired with its silver content, adds another layer of appeal. Collectors are often drawn to these coins not only for their intrinsic value but also because of their connection to one of America's most revered presidents. As interest in silver coins and U.S. mint errors continues, the 1971 large date variant with the D mint mark is expected to remain a valuable piece in the numismatic world. Error coins like the 1971 large date are highly prized among collectors. The distinctive differences between the large date and small date versions have made this coin one of the most famous examples of a minting mistake. The mint inadvertently used the same dies for both varieties, leading to the recognizable size difference in the numerals. This error, while unintentional, has only added to the coin's desirability. Ultimately, the rarity and imperfection of this coin make it an appealing and valuable collectible for anyone passionate about coin history and the fascinating world of numismatics. Next, let's take a closer look at the 1976 bicentennial Kennedy half dollar, part of a special series minted to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776. This bicentennial coinage program also included redesigns of the quarter, half dollar, and dime. The half dollar, in particular, featured a reverse design that was significantly different from the standard Kennedy half dollar. The decision to issue these special coins was a part of a broader celebration of America's bicentennial, and the Kennedy half dollar was redesigned to mark this important milestone. While the obverse retained the classic portrait of President John F. Kennedy, the reverse was entirely reworked to showcase the Liberty Bell superimposed on the moon, symbolizing both the nation's freedom and its achievements in space exploration. These coins were minted in 40% silver, consistent with the silver composition used in Kennedy half dollars during the 1970s. Similar to the 1971 variant, the 1976 bicentennial half dollar holds a unique place in U.S. coinage history. On the obverse, the coin features the familiar image of President Kennedy, as designed by Gilroy Roberts. However, the reverse design is what truly distinguishes this coin. Created by Frank Gasparo, it depicts the Liberty Bell set against the backdrop of the moon, representing the United States' commitment to liberty and its future in space exploration. The design also includes the inscription 1776 to 1976, marking the bicentennial anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Additionally, the mint mark on this coin is placed on the obverse near Kennedy's neck, making it visible when held. This placement serves as an important detail for identifying the coin's authenticity and mint year. Coins minted at the Denver Mint in 1976 were produced with a D mint mark. The 1976 bicentennial Kennedy half dollar saw an exceptionally high mintage, with over 200 million coins produced for circulation. While the total mintage is large, the coin's value is more influenced by its condition and the demand from collectors. Although many of these coins circulated widely, a significant number were set aside in mint sets, which helps preserve their quality and adds to their collectability. In fine condition, the 1976 bicentennial half dollar might be worth around $55,000, though coins in higher grades or those with distinct characteristics can fetch much higher prices. This coin is particularly popular among collectors focused on completing bicentennial coin sets, drawn to its unique reverse design featuring the Liberty Bell and the moon, symbols of the nation's heritage and future. Despite its high mintage, the coin's design and historical significance continue to make it a valuable collectible. Like the 1971 Kennedy half dollar, the value of the 1976 bicentennial coin is largely driven by its condition, rarity, and collector demand. Coins that are uncirculated or in gem condition tend to command higher prices than those that have been heavily circulated. The 1976 bicentennial Kennedy half dollar remains a highly sought-after piece, especially for those passionate about the bicentennial era. For many collectors, it represents a tangible connection to America's 200th anniversary celebration. It is frequently included in complete bicentennial coin sets, which are themselves highly collectible. As time goes on, the value of this coin may continue to rise, especially as collectors look for well-preserved specimens to add to their collections. Moreover, this coin holds lasting appeal for those interested in U.S. silver coins, as it forms part of a historic series that marked a pivotal moment in the nation's history. Next, let's discuss the 1985 silver Kennedy half dollar, a coin that gained notoriety for a rare minting error. The Kennedy half dollar was first introduced in 1964, shortly after the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy. It was created as a tribute to him, becoming one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. While the coin was initially produced in large quantities to honor Kennedy's legacy, by the early 1980s, it had mostly disappeared from regular circulation. At this point, Kennedy half dollars were primarily minted for collectors and were rarely seen in everyday transactions. During this period, a number of error coins began to emerge, sparking increased interest from numismatists. One of the most famous of these errors is the 1985 silver Kennedy half dollar with the P mint mark, which quickly became a highly sought-after collectible. Before delving into the specifics of this coin, it's important to understand the minting process that led to this error. In 1985, the U.S. Mint continued to use the familiar Kennedy half dollar design, featuring a portrait of President Kennedy on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts. The reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo, displayed the presidential seal with the inscription United States of America and E pluribus unum. Typically, coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 1985 were produced without a mint mark, while coins from the Denver Mint carried a D mint mark, and those from the San Francisco Mint bore an S. However, in a rare error, a small number of Kennedy half dollars produced at the Philadelphia Mint were mistakenly stamped with a P mint mark. This was particularly significant because the P mint mark had not been used for half dollars since 1942. The error resulted from the use of a die intended for other coins, which caused the mint mark to be stamped on the Kennedy half dollar. This rare mistake went largely unnoticed until the 1990s, when these coins began to surface and quickly attracted the attention of collectors. The 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar with the P mint mark has since become one of the most valuable and sought-after coins in the marketplace. Initially, these coins sold for several $100s, but their value has steadily risen over the years. Currently, a well-preserved 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar with the P mint mark era in circulated condition can fetch upwards of $80,000 at auction, depending on the coin's overall condition, grade, and market demand at the time of sale. The rarity of the error, combined with the growing interest in minting errors, has significantly driven up its price. Several factors contribute to the coin's desirability among collectors. First, the historical significance of the coin, as it honors President Kennedy, plays a major role. Second, the coin's rarity, due to the limited number of P mint mark errors produced, makes it highly collectible. Finally, the rising trend of collecting error coins has only added to the demand for this particular issue. The value of the 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar with the P mint mark error is subject to fluctuations, depending on its condition. Coins that are in circulated condition typically have a lower price point, but those in mint or near mint condition can command significantly higher prices. For example, a coin that has been professionally graded by a recognized grading service such as PCGS or NGC can fetch prices in the range of $100,000 or more. Coins in poor condition or with significant damage naturally sell for lower prices, starting at around $120,000. Over the years, the auction market for this coin has expanded as collectors have recognized its rarity and historical value. Auctions for these coins often see competitive bidding, and in some cases, the final price can exceed expectations, especially for coins in excellent condition. The 1985 silver Kennedy half-dollar with the P mint mark era remains one of the most exciting and valuable error coins in the numismatic world, attracting attention from collectors and investors alike. Its combination of historical significance and the unique minting mistake has made it a standout piece in coin auctions across the country. The Kennedy half-dollar went through several notable transformations during the 1960s and 1970s. When it was first introduced in 1964, the coin was made of 90% silver. However, in response to rising silver prices, the U.S. Mint shifted to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965, reflecting the broader economic changes, including inflation and the increasing cost of precious metals. By 1972, while the Kennedy half-dollar was still being minted, it was no longer in widespread circulation. Instead, it was primarily issued for collectors, either as part of special sets or individual coin collections. The 1972 coin is particularly noteworthy for its design and the absence of a mint mark. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar retained the familiar design that had come to symbolize the series. The obverse features the well-known portrait of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts, while the reverse displays the presidential seal, designed by Frank Gasparo. However, the 1972 issue is distinguished by its large date variety, which refers to the noticeable size of the numerals in the year of minting. The large date variety was a result of changes to the dies used in the minting process that year. This coin is also significant because it was struck without a mint mark. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint in 1972 were produced without a mint mark, in contrast to those from the Denver Mint, which carried a D mint mark. The absence of a mint mark on the 1972 coin makes it particularly appealing to collectors, especially when found in good condition. As such, this version is rarer than those with mint marks, making it more valuable in the market. The 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark is considered a key date in the series, and collectors often seek it out to complete their sets. While it's not as rare as some other coins in the series, the 1972 coin's unique characteristics and its status as a key date make it a highly sought-after item. In good condition, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark typically sells for between $15,000 and $20,000, depending on its grade and the demand at the time. What makes this coin particularly desirable is its rarity due to the absence of a mint mark, as most coins produced in 1972 were struck at the Denver Mint. This anomaly adds to the intrigue for numismatists and collectors alike. In today's auction market, a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar without a mint mark in good condition can fetch prices upwards of $30,000 to $50,000. Coins in higher grades can fetch even more. A coin graded MS-65 or higher can sell for over $40,000, depending on the interest from buyers and the current market conditions. The 1970 to large date Kennedy half-dollar continues to be highly valued by collectors, especially those looking to complete their Kennedy half-dollar sets. It remains a popular item for both novice and experienced collectors, often appearing in auctions as one of the most coveted coins from this era. The Kennedy half-dollar has a storied history dating back to its introduction in 1964. Following the tragic assassination of President John F. Kennedy in 1963, the U.S. Mint decided to honor his legacy with a coin bearing his likeness. The first Kennedy half-dollar was made of 90% silver and 10% copper. Over the years, due to rising silver prices, the coin's composition was altered several times, transitioning to a copper-nickel-clad version in 1965. The Kennedy half-dollar continued to play an important role in U.S. coinage, but one of the most significant releases for collectors came in 1993. This year is notable for a particular feature of the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar that collectors find intriguing. The 1993 issue represents a shift in both design and mintage. By this time, the coin was primarily produced for collectors, rather than for general circulation. The design, which had been in place since the coin's inception, remained the same, featuring President Kennedy's profile on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the presidential seal on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. The 1993 Kennedy half-dollar is particularly recognized for its strong minting quality. The D Mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint, a mint mark that became standard for coins produced there. While many of the 1993 Kennedy half-dollars were released into circulation, the key to their desirability lies in their condition and rarity. In particular, well-preserved coins from 1993, especially those in gem mint condition, are prized by collectors. The coin's clean, sharp details and the clarity of the minting make it highly collectible. Unlike some earlier years, where the coinage featured error varieties or notable design changes, the 1993 issue stands out for its consistent quality and relative scarcity in perfect condition. In the 1990s, the Kennedy half-dollar was often reserved for special sets and was not commonly found in daily transactions. As a result, the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar, particularly in uncirculated or near mint condition, holds value on the secondary market. While the coin was not produced in exceptionally limited quantities with an estimated mintage of over 10 million, its historical significance and popularity among collectors give it a place of importance in the market. A 1993 D Kennedy half-dollar in good condition can typically fetch between $2,000 and $3,000, depending on the level of preservation. However, coins that are professionally graded and in gem condition can sell for upwards of $20,000 or more at auction. The demand for coins like the 1993 is growing, especially as the market for U.S. silver and collector coins continues to expand. While it's not an era coin, the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar remains a significant piece in the ongoing series, offering collectors a solid representation of the design and craftsmanship of the era. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a beginner collector, adding the 1993 Kennedy half-dollar collection is a valuable choice. As with all coins, the condition and rarity of individual pieces play a large role in determining their market value. The 1993 Kennedy half-dollar's classic design, coupled with its popularity and the increasing interest in U.S. mint coins, makes it a piece worth holding onto for the long term. Have you ever come across a 1993 Kennedy half-dollar in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about your experience. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy collecting.